Lindsey and I initially met through a mutual friend.
We got invited by Sean and Sam to go line dancing at Cowgirls Bar in Cuna.
I didn't really want to get out there, so I showed up a little late.
Kyle and I kind of talked through the night, but he never really directly asked me to dance or anything.
Was pretty intrigued by this girl. She was really pretty, seemed really fun.
And never asked for my number. And so we just kind of left the night like, oh, maybe we'll see what happens.
Ended up inviting her through my friend to come to our tailgate.
Kyle invited me and my roommate to come to the tailgate, and there he finally asked for my number.
Tried to get her phone number. She wasn't catching on to any hints. So it took a while, but finally got her phone number.
From there we hung out for the first time at Simplot Hill until like 5 a.m.
Ended up stargazing up at Simplot Hill and just hit it off from then.
We just kind of hung out all night, talked, just had a really good time. And from there it was kind of easy and meant to be. Some of my favorite things about Kyle are that he's so patient. He really brings me down when I'm just feeling like overwhelmed or feeling like a lot's going on. He's always just like a steady rock for me. He's so good at like putting others before himself. Really helps me be more intentional with my time and intentional with the people I'm around.
I would say Lindsey's heart is probably my favorite thing about her. She's just so kind all the time, and it's just awesome to see that. She's just the sweetest person I've ever met.
Kyle proposed at Tamarack on a ski weekend with our friends.
Had it coordinated for a couple months, had the ring all picked out and bought, and then, yeah, got her parents out there, my parents out there.
We hit like one run and the snow was pretty good. And I actually pulled Kyle aside and I was like, hey, just so you know, like I'm feeling really grumpy today. So if I seem kind of off, it's just because I just feel a little grumpy.
And then ended up going up to the very top, just barely missed our parents.
The next run we go up, we all were just kind of like hanging around, and Phil was like, hey, let's all take some pictures together. So we go to like this little lookout spot by like the top lodge.
My buddy was like, okay, let's get a selfie first. And then he took the phone and I grabbed the ring from him and then got down on one knee. And
Kyle then proposed, and I was so surprised. We had all our ski gear on and everything, and it was just so wonderful and magical.
It was really awesome. Lindsey's parents got to see everything, and my parents were up there and everything too. So.
Out of nowhere, I hear some yelling and turn around, and he had asked my parents to fly in from Nebraska, and his parents were there too. And it was just such a wonderful surprise on top of the engagement to have our fams there. So we had some champagne at the top by like the top lodge, and then skied to the bottom, and then down there a bunch of my friends were waiting, and my brother and my best friend from home. And it was so fun to all be together to celebrate. And I was completely surprised by all of it. It was just a whole day of surprises.